Hello everyone, how are you? I'm fine, thanks to God. Now, today we see basic concepts to the end of the deployment of deep learning, especially in the areas of image classification, just for multi-class classification problem. Before start to the video, please like, share, subscribe my video or channel. So from the beginning, it is better to discuss about deep learning. So it is a multi-layer neural network algorithm. It has many different types of models just built or available online for 100 types of classes classification problem. So based on each problem domain, we can customize to different different problem domains, especially in the areas of healthcare. So now today we see, as you see from the diagram or from the slide, the prediction of disease, especially the areas of predicting disease for identifying difficult to identify based on different conditions like similarity of symptoms, similarity of the position where the lesion or the symptom comes from, and the problems. It is one advantage use deep learning and automatically classify which diseases are there. And the on the other hand, it is applicable for vehicles, automatic vehicles, robotic industry, and the many problem domains. Now today we see only multi-class image classification problem in the areas of disease. So now here, just before see this scenario, it is better to please share before start the video. Please share. We'll see in this video many concepts related to deep learning. Good. Now here, as you understand, please like, share my YouTube channel, Shantik YouTube channel. And also there is many different videos available on my YouTube channel. You can browse and learn more on the channel or from the channel. This channel is my channel. So please like, share, subscribe this video. There is a lot of educational videos available on my channel. Based on playlist, you can choose Python programming, Java database, and any different IT perspective problems are included. So now today we see how we train a model and accurately classify an image based on the category. As you see here from this diagram, this patient lesion is classified as tinea capitis, the first one. The second one is tinea pedis, and the third one is tinea angeneum, and the fourth one is tinea corporis. So if a patient comes from whether one of the given alternative disease, if the physician is unable to decide which types of disease, this automation or deep learning technology is advantage or appropriate to automatically classify which types of disease is this or which category of disease is this. So to get or to classify this type, first there is a lot of technologies or problems or tasks that we have conduct to achieve this model or to train this model. Sorry. So now here, this cell contains different Python libraries, built-in libraries available open source on the Python website. So you can download or install on Python official site and use this library freely. So before use this, you should first connect your Google Drive data set to the collaboratory of your code editor. That means here is that as you know, Google Collaboratory is an open source available code editor, especially for Python programming. It is best because it invites or it is available freely and have GPU processor unit. GPU, as you see here, GPU is a free hardware accelerator processor here. So this cell is list of libraries that is important for image classification purpose. So what here is that, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Then you first connect your Google Drive or dataset of your deep learning. Why? Because to train a deep learning, you are expected to feed different types of datasets to train your deep learning. So here is that. The first one is connecting your Google Drive to your Google Collaboratory editor. So click on Google Drive mount drive icon here, and then click here or shift plus enter here. From Google.Colab, import drive mount content drive. All contents of this drive, Google Drive is now available or gives access privilege to use this data on the drive available. So here is that. Next one is it is better to jump the working area of the method. Sorry. Next one, 24. Wait, please be patient. 150. I think the next part is our yeah, this one is our today's task or sample worked example. So as you see here from the code, this is list of Python libraries. Any fragment of code that you use before using that code or function or method, you should first import or install these built-in Python libraries. For example, if confusion matrix library is not installed, you are expected to write this code: pip install what? This one, any of, like for example confusion matrix, and then click shift plus enter. Yeah, it is already downloaded. ቀድመን ዳውንሎድ ስላደረግኩት ነው ኢንስቶል ሆነልኝ ማለት ነው። ኮንፊዥን ማትሪክስን በቀላሉ መጠቀም እንችላለን ማለት ነው። to generate this like diagram. So the next one is import the datasets of your the datasets for your deep learning algorithm. ቀድመን ዳውንሎድ ስላደረግኩት ነው። So to import the dataset, go to your drive. This is your drive. Then augmented funky dataset. That means this one. Right click on the folder, copy path, and paste here. All folders, subfolders under this root folder is included. That means when we expand this folder, there are another four classes or folders. Each folder is included or imported to your deep learning. So shift plus enter also here, executed. Yeah. Tina engineer 0, Tina cat is 1, Tina corporate is 2, Tina paid is 3. There are 4 classes starting from 0 to 3. 4 classes 0, 1, 2, 3. So after we import the data set, it is mandatory or recommended to fix or limit the size of your imported image. So the image size is 224 by 224, and the data to convert this 224 or converting the image size to appropriate or uniform image size to this array label this one. Using this formula, this cell converts any image out of this to this format, image size. Then it converts any color is found in the image to RGB, BGR to RGB format. That means red, gray, and blue format. So when we execute this one, image size, gray image, convert it to gray image size, image size. That means 224 by 224. When we execute this cell, this one. Please wait because it converted the whole data to uniform data. Then this one is also another library, and this cell also is to uniformize the image color to that any data over to 55.0 data format. Then when we execute this cell, another library. So when you execute this one, it is useful or it is important to the next cell. Make label for each labels or for each class like this one, and see what will be. Control plus shift plus enter. Okay, good. Now then the next one is data class name OS list dir for each class. Again, shift plus enter. For the technical part of the code, you can read it and understand by yourself. Just I show you only how it works. Then here def get xray type argument future. This is the method name and this is each class's name, and return switch get argument out of this label at size invalid image. Shift plus enter again here. Shift plus enter. Then the next one here we'll try to cascade each types of image extension. That means if the image is, just run it first and come to this one. Find all files of their extension. The image extension include ending with .jpg, png, jpg, in capital, in small, png, and the like. If also another image extension found here, you can concatenate here and merge to this data or subfolder. Any image ending with jpg, with png, or with jpg capital can merge it to this folder, subfolder, within each category. Then execute it again. Then for dataset list for each subfolder, having the Tina Carpis, Tina Carpos, Tina Engineer, and Tina Pedis, also just see what the output, the image and the diagnosis, and draw the output of for each data set. Yeah, this is the class of each data set. Each class having around from 200 up to 300 for each class. When we execute this cell, it displays the number of data sets for each class. For example, for the first one in Angenium, it contains 272, that is around this one, 14 Angenium, that means this one. Yeah, it shows graphically, it shows in numerical. Good. Now here, wait one please. Okay, good. Then the next one, the total data set of the deep learning that we feed to the CNN algorithm is its image size and its colors or color code or color channel. To see that data.sharp. So 1669 total images with 200 by 224 image size, width and height, and with RGB color is feed to the CNN algorithm. So this is the custom CNN model, batch size 60, epoch 50, activation function RLU. For each different hyperparameter and parameter, you can refer on keras.com keras.tensorflow.com website. You can what batch size mean, what epoch mean, you can refer, and what activation function also you can refer over there. Anyhow, the function we use RLU activation function, and the model is defined here as a definition method name get model, and the model or the defined model name as human skin fungal disease classification using convolutional neural network model with sequential function. Yeah, sequential function in TensorFlow, it is built-in multi-purpose function used to build custom CNN algorithms. So we use a sequential function, model of the custom CNN function called sequential. Good. So here we are different layers at convolutional layer, and pooling layer. So we use max pooling, not average pooling here. We use only max pooling. What convolution mean? What max pooling mean? You can also see from my personal web YouTube channel here, as you see here from this diagram. The first one is convolution, the second one is pooling layer, the next one is convolution layer, the next one is pooling layer. This layer, if it is possible, if it is copied to image, I can show you what it looks like. Otherwise, come to our Google Colab and see what max pooling. The first layer, the input layer with an input sharp dimension. The convolution layer extracts different features based on the input and pass to the next pooling layer. At pooling layer, there are two types of pooling layers. The first one is max pooling. The second one is average pooling. From the matrix, the max pooling takes the maximum value of the matrix, the maximum values of the matrix. But the average pooling is taking the sum and dividing the numbers of cells of that cell and take it as an average value for each pooling layer. So up to n numbers of layers, it depends of the network or your hardware performance, where you train your model. It depends. Add many layers, as many layers. Why? Because deep learning is multi-layer neural network algorithm. So we add another basic term here, activation function. We use RLU, as I told you, and input sharp is 200 by 200, height and width as input, and 3 channel RGB color. 3 channel RGB, red, gray, and blue channel colors. So here is our The next one is from 128. The second layer takes 64, and the next one to the pooling layer 2 by 2 matrix. 0.5 dropout layer we add. These 0.5 or dropouts and regularizers are used to controlling the fitting of your model to upper or overfit and lower fit, or underfitting and overfitting problem is controlled using this regularizer learning rate, this regularizer and dropout line and dropout line. This one, this is a regularizer, this is a regularizer learning rate, this is dropout, this is dropout, this is dropout. By the way, this value is not limited or well, now by default you can change each variable, each value of each dropout in the learning rate. Initially take or give some value and train your model. If your model fits correctly, you can take it as it is, or if your model overfitted, you can change the dropout and regularizer of your layer and train again to get appropriate model for your domain problem or your application area what you are doing. So here when we add many layers and many layers up to this, and when this one is the fully connected layer or the output layer or the custom layer of the problem domain, and the final one, this one is the dense layer that our class, numbers of classes that we have feed to the network. So here is what are you expected from here is that you put the number of categories or classes, like here 1 2 3 4 from the data set. There are 4 classes, so our last output layer is 4 different classes, and use softmax activation function as an output classifier function. Classifier, softmax classifier or deep learning classification algorithm or classification function. So good here. And the optimizer is Adam optimizer. The log is losses categorical cross entropy. What is the difference between Adam and other optimizers, and also for loss function, categorical cross entropy, binary cross entropy, and the like? There are many different types of loss functions. But for multi-class image classification, by the way, not only image classification, for text classification, for audio classification, and the like, many different application domains or classification problems. If your problem is, or if your number of labels or class is more than 2, most of the time it is recommended to use an optimizer, Adam, and for loss function, categorical cross entropy, and the matrix is accurate as we know. Then return the built or constructed model, and when we execute this one, and see the model's number of parameters, trainable and non-trainable parameters, wait until it finishes the execution. Yeah, the model is sequential, the custom function of the deep learning, what you call I told you, Amber, and the output layer is 4 number of class, and total parameter 1,566,996. From this, the all parameters are used for trainable purpose. If you increase the number of trainable parameters, it requires high amounts of hardware requirement. It needs high amounts of hardware requirements. That means it needs high GPU processor, or if you can get, you can use also TPU. This TPU. But unfortunately, the Colab only gives availability free service only for GPU processor. So if you increase the processor, it needs high amount of hardware resource. As much as possible, limit or understood or consider your hardware's performance. So here x train x test, y train y test equal to train test split data new labels test size equal to 0.2. As we know, for many or most experimental researches, especially in deep learning area aspect, 20% of your data set is take as test or validation, and the remaining 80% of your total data set is for training purpose, for training your model. So here, when we execute this cell, 20% of your data set is passed to y-test and x-test, y-test and x-test. Then from 100%, when we subtract 20%, the remaining is 80%. Then here 80% of your total data set, is for training, So when we execute this one, yeah, good. Okay, good. And see sample outputs of the data set. When execute this cell, 10 images randomly select 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 with its category tinangenin tinakaptis tinangenin 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 tina pedis tina captis tina captis tina captis tina corporis. 4 categories of the image is displayed here as a sample. Use this one, x and y, grid, false, that and the like. You can see how it works, or follow Python programming language. It needs basic concepts for Python. So here now, the next one is train the model. The model is this one. Human skin fungal disease CNN model. We train this one. How to train? Just first start equal to that time dot now. This means please record the training time of your or the start of your training time based on your time computer time. In our computer, 4:50 afternoon is recorded. So when we click on this cell, shift plus enter, it starts executing or counting the time. And after training, history equal to the build model dot fit x train y train equal to epoch 50 epoch, as you see here, 50 epoch. And validation speed is 0.2, as I told you. 20% of your data set is filled or left for validation. Then end time is equals to end now. The ጨረሰ training go. When the training is finished, stop counting the time. Elapsed is equals to end time minus start time to get the duration of the training time. Then print time elapsed. By the way, I cannot train here because it needs much time. I'm no liar. To train the model, it needs time 3 hours and 30 minutes and 50 seconds. It is and 3.855 microsecond. It is more than 3.5 hours, or around 4 hours it needs. So simply I show you only how it works. This is the deep learning model. When we click here, shift plus enter, training start. The training started, and after the training started, just save the model. Model name dot save using this file name. Shift plus enter, and also here the accuracy and loss of the model graph. Accuracy and the loss graph. Here figure size 12 by 8, 12 by 8 xy plane, xy, x 12 horizontal, y 8 vertical. And history, that means from the model, the trend model history is kept or saved here. So we say here history accuracy for each epoch, from epoch 0 up to epoch 50, end of the training. Please draw the accuracy and the laws of the model. Yeah, this is the model. And then the next one is guys, please share the video. Please share my video. Okay. Why is me? Please like, share my video to reach more. Live program, multi-class image classification. Share now. Why is me? Now, please like, share my video to reach more. Okay. Now then the next one is interpreting the output. So the accuracy and the values of the training and validation of the model is train accuracy 93% accuracy, train loss 0.23%, test accuracy 76%, and test loss 91%. The next one, see the output, the prediction of the model. Is the model predicts correctly or incorrectly? So prediction single image, predict model predicts single image, the single image from randomly select, and when execute the cell, the prediction of the model is Tinakatis, then the actual level is also Tinakatis. So the model predicts accurately or correctly classifies or predicts the model. So what we are expecting is this. የምንጠብቀው ይሄን ነው ማለት ነው። So predict this, and also the same thing to predict in percentage times 100, rounding up in 2 digits to see the percentage of the model, the percentage of the model. Then when we run this cell also, it gives the confusion matrix of the model. This is the confusion matrix range for x level and y level. The y level is this one, the true level, and the x level is the predictor level. And then here from what total of 1069 image, copy this one. Okay, see here, put, then here from 1069 images, 20% of the total data set is for validation purpose. From this 20%, how many of the data are correctly classified based on the model? So to see this one, 1069 times 0.2% equal to it is around it in this. Where is my phone? 2 times 1069, I think around 200 image, 240, or like 1069 times 0.2, 230.8, around 240 image, 240 image. So from 240 images, how many of them are correctly classified? Add this one, this row wise diagonal column. So 43 plus 58 plus 19 plus 44, 164. 240 minus 164 images are correctly classified. Correctly classified. And from what? 200, the remaining one, that means sorry, this on from this total validation image, this one is correctly classified, and this one 240 minus 164 image equal to 50 images are incorrectly classified. Incorrectly classified. So our model classifies the image based on this criteria, and what we have seen here is that this is the true level, this is the predictor level, and now the next one is the classification report, as you know here, and this is the learning curve. So behind this there is different deep learning evaluation matrices that we have calculated automatically from the deep learning or manually using different using the confusion matrices. So now we try to calculate each deep learning matrix, each deep learning evaluation matrix based on the confusion matrix. So from this to calculate the accuracy, recall, precision, sensitivity, and F1 score, we now the concept called true positive and false positive. True positive and false positive. What is false positive? What is true positive? We see each based on the correctly classified and incorrectly classified. Especially in multi-class classification problem. In multi-class classification problem, for the binary class classification, it is easy, negative, positive. But in multi-class classification, it needs high amounts of concentration to determine each evaluation metric. So, what is true positive? What is false positive? We see each one by one. Then the next one, the next one is recording each classes true positive and false positive value. So what? For true positive meaning true positive, the values of each class that are correctly classified. That means these diagonal values are called true positive. Very nice. Then what's the next one? The next one we use another color, true positive. The next one is false positive for each class. False positive for each class. That means the vertical columns of the first class or each class value, like this one, the sum of this for the first class, the sum of this one and this one. This is and this. Next this one and this one. Next this value, this 3 value. The sum of this value, this blue colored value, is called false positive, falsely or false positive, false positive. Very good. The next one is true negative. The next one is false negative. False negative values are the horizontal actual ground truth value except the truth value of the first class. That means the sum of, change the color, yeah, use this one. The sum of this one plus this and this, the remaining 130 plus this one and this one, and finally the sum of these 3, 0, 1, 7. These are called false negative. Then the last one is true negative. What is true negative? True negative. True negative values are all values except what? Except the ground truth or the diagonal values. For example, 58, where is 58? We start from here, this one. 58, 30, that means this one, plus 490, 80 plus 1744. This is true positive 1400. What we call all results except the diagonal value, we call it true negative. That means all incorrectly classified values of the labels. That means the sum of, change the color. It is better to change the color. The sum of this cells plus the sum of this remaining all cells. You can add now. To save time, to calculate this one, we use this one. First, to calculate true negative and true negative, false negative, false positive, and true positive values of the model. So for true positive, this one 43 plus 58 plus 90 plus 44. Is it allowable to last screen around? Anyways, change the pen. What 43 plus 58 plus 19 plus 44 equal to total 145. Image are true positive. The next one, false positive. For false positive, we add for each class, just it takes time. Anyways, for false positive, 1 plus 3 plus 0, 1 plus 2 plus 0, that means this one. Change the color. 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus The next one 4 plus 1 plus 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus the next one 7 plus 3 plus 3. 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus the last one 80 plus 0 plus 2. 18 plus 0 plus 2 equal to total 48 images. 48 images are false positive. Then the next one is false negative. False negative. Change the pen. False negative values are 9 plus 3 plus 2. Here 9 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 80 plus 0 plus 1 plus 7. This value to save time equal to 40, total 40. That means 9 plus 3 plus 2 5 40 name our first class plus the second one 9 plus 1 plus 3 plus 0 4. That means 1 plus 3 plus 0 4 plus the next one 2 plus 4 plus 80 24 24 plus the last one 0 plus 1 plus 7 8. Total equal to 40 images. 40 images. You can add now. Then the next one is true negative values. True negative values. Use this one. True negative value equal to the values of true negative. This color, this except the diagonal value. That means 9 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7 values. So 9 plus 3 plus 2 total of true negative total of 593 images. You can add now 593 images. That means for each class except the true class value of the remaining this class label output or number is considered as true negative values. This is the true positive, false negative and true negative values. So the next one, how to calculate the accuracy, sensitivity, precision, recall and F1 score. Good. Now the next one is the formula. We have a formula for accuracy. True positive plus what? True negative over the sum of the four matrix. That means TP plus TN plus FP plus FN. FP plus FN equal to TP 145 plus TP TN meaning 593 over the sum of this that means 826. This one when we add this one for 145 plus this 48 plus 40 plus 593 total 826 you can add now equal to 0.89.3 89.3. When we multiply it by 100, when we multiply it by this by 100 times 100, we got 89.3%. 89.3%. This is the accuracy of the model. This is the accuracy of the model. Good. The next one. To calculate the sensitivity of the model. The sensitivity of the model, we follow a formula called accuracy of the model. This is true positive over true positive plus Fn is equals to true positive change pane true positive over the sum of true positive plus false negative. True positive plus false negative. When we substitute the value TP 145 equal to 145 over the sum of TP plus Fn and TP, this one and this one, 145 plus 40, 85 equal to 145 plus 40 is equals to 185. Then when we divide this number, we got 0.783. 7.8.3. Then when we multiply it, 0.783 times 100 equal to 78%. 78.3%. This is the sensitivity of the model. Then the next one, specificity. It is better to the next one. Then the specificity of the model is true negative specificity. To calculate the specificity is equals to here specificity equal to true negative over true negative true negative plus false positive. True negative plus false positive equal to true negative. We have true negative value, true negative 593 over the sum of the two. That means 641. 593 plus 48 false positive equal to 593 over what? Over 641 equal to 92.5 equal to 92.5. That means 0.1 0.92.5. When we multiply it by 100, we got 92.5%. This is the specificity of the model. Good. To calculate the next one, that means the precision of the model. Precision is equals to, that means here precision is equals to true positive over true positive plus false positive. True positive plus false positive equal to true positive meaning 145 over true positive meaning 145 again plus false positive is 48 equal to 145 over what? The sum of the two 193 equal to, when divide this one, we got 0.75.3. When we multiply it by 100 to get the percentage, 75.3% is the precision of the model. 75.3 is the precision of the model. Good. How to calculate the recall of the model? Recall is indirectly or the same as that of the sensitivity of the model. Recall and sensitivity are the same, so take it as it is for that of the sensitivity of the model to the recall of the model. So the next one is how to calculate, that means this value, sensitivity, sorry, the specificity, this one, 78.3%. 78.3%. Then how to calculate the F1 score? To calculate the F1 score, it is expected or it is mandatory to first calculate the precision and the recall of the model. So after we get the precision and the recall, the formula is to calculate the F1 score 2 times precision times recall over the sum of the two, precision plus recall. So come to the top to calculate the value. So what we have for 2 times for precision we have 75.1%, 75.1 times for recall 78.3%, 78.3% we calculated previously over the sum of the two, 75.1 plus 78.3 equal to when we multiply this we got the value 2 times 5880.33 5880.33 the sum of the two that are 153.4 equal to when we multiply this one and divide by this one, we got the value 1176.66 over this one 153.4. we 0.4, this one is point, then we got the result finally 76.6%. This is the F1 score or F1 measure of the model. F1 score of the model. This is the F1 score. Total for recall 78.3 78.3%. Finally our model have precision 75.1 75.1%. For sensitivity 78.3 78.3%. For accuracy 89.3 89.3%. Yeah, so the model achieves this much accuracy and sensitivity, precision, recall, and F1 score. Guys, this is all about our video. Please like, share, subscribe my video or my channel to reach more and do more by amount to support me. Guys, thank you to watch and subscribe my video. Have a nice time, guys. Bye bye. I love you.